Given the wrestling world being what it is, there are always rumors flying around. Since every rumor is now reported more often than not, there are a lot of stories about plans WWE and AEW have and what's happening behind the scenes. While some of them are true, others may not have any truth behind them. This is Wrestling Hub, and here are 5 WWE and AEW rumors fans hope are true and 5 fans hope are not. Before we get into the rest of the video, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Hub and turn on all notifications to stay up to date with everything in the world of pro wrestling. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Hub Official, and also follow us on Twitter at Wrestling_Hub. Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer has noted there was a plan for Bray Wyatt to make the jump to AEW, but that has fallen through. Impact was also reported as another destination for Wyatt, but there has been no follow-up on that. The star was in a Warner Brothers studio lot last month with the owner of Callison Studios, as well as the special makeup effects artist Jason Baker. Baker has noted that Wyatt is working on a horror film which could be taking up a lot of time. As a result, there appears to be a concrete reason as to why Wyatt's debut in AEW has not happened. Shooting a film is a time-consuming business, and with Wyatt trying his luck on that front, it may be that he simply is not at the time to wrestle. However, if this is the only reason Wyatt is yet to show up in AEW, fans may not have to wait that long. As soon as his filming commitments are complete, he might be ready to jump back into wrestling. There have been rumors about a planned Battle of Belts event for AEW in January, which is set to be a 1-hour show. Andrew Zarian of the Mat Men podcast revealed the event will be on a Saturday night. The event first came to light when it was revealed AEW had filed the trademark for the Battle of Belts. Meltzer revealed details about the event, saying as of right now, it's only a 1-hour show. That could change because a 1-hour show doesn't make a lot of sense as far as like a Battle of Belts. Because if you're going to do like the original idea of these 4 special was to do basically pay-per-view matches, pay-per-view caliber shows, but for free to try to draw a big audience, I think we've already seen a Saturday night that's going to be difficult because they've done Dynamite on Saturday, and it's done decent in its time slot and everything like that, but it's not drawing a big audience like Clash of Champions did in the early days. Given this idea, it could probably be longer than 1 hour to give time to all the matches on the show. Rey and Dominic Mysterio have enjoyed a fairly good run together. Rey stuck around because his son was coming into WWE, yet WWE has been teasing a rift between the father-son duo. Things were pretty good for them in early 2021 where they became SmackDown Tag Champions, but their reign was cut short and they were overcome by the Usos. After moving to Raw, there has been an increasing tension between the Mysterios. Sadly, Dominic faced quite a few losses, leading to him being replaced in the Raw Survivor Series men's team by Lashley. There have been rumors about the breakup feud between the Mysterios. Apparently the end is near. Sure, WWE could have done things a little better and taken advantage of their tag title reign, but the two have had a pretty long run together. We can only hope to see their feud culminate at WrestleMania 38. Time will tell how this actually pans out. If WWE books it right, this could prove to be a good feud. Provided they actually break up, this could be a fresh chance for Dominic to spread his wings. This rivalry could be a star-making match for the 24-year-old who has a ton of potential. WWE has a history of signing the best wrestling stars, but it is famous for misusing and releasing said talent. During the pandemic, many in WWE were let go last year and tons are being released this year. WWE is notoriously famous for these abrupt, ill-timed, and undeserved releases. But to be fair, the hoarding of talent only means that not everyone will get a chance to shine in the ring. Some of the biggest names on this year's list of releases include Keith Lee, Karrion Kross, and Nia Jax. 2 other stars that were let go include Lince Dorado and Gran Metalik. While they weren't able to make much of an impact in WWE, Metalik is easily considered to be one of the best in-ring talents. According to Meltzer, Dorado and Metalik were unhappy with the lack of opportunities and requested to be released after losing to the team of Angel and Humberto. Other stars that did not ask for their release but were let go this year include Ember Moon, Eva Marie, Mia Yim, Harry Smith, Jeet Rama, Katrina Cortez, Trey Baxter, Zeta Ramir, Jessica Maya, B-Fab, Oney Lorcan, Frankie Monet, and Scarlett Bordeaux. NXT's spring cleaning included most notably Bronson Reed and Bobby Fish. The full NXT list includes Mercedes Martinez, Tyler Rust, Kona Reeves, Leon Ruff, Steven Smith, Jake Atlas, Aries Sterling, Desmond Troy, Zachariah Smith, Asher Hale, and Giant Zangier. These were just some of the few talented stars that were released this year, and here's to hoping better things come their way. Wally returned a feud with Roman Reigns. Brock Lesnar lost and was suspended for his actions by attacking an official after. Still, there have been rumors surrounding the return of the Beast Incarnate. The star is invariably the most popular WWE talent of the last decade. His presence has always been good for the company, as he brings eyeballs to the product. His long disappearances with the title might have been the only negative side of his presence in the company. Now, with Lesnar suspended, the suggestion was that he would be away until the Royal Rumble, building into the WrestleMania season. Now, it turns out WWE are ready to bring him back. Yet there may be a good reason for them doing so. According to Meltzer, Lesnar will be returning on the December 10th SmackDown in Los Angeles. The idea is he's going to buy a ringside ticket. The show is a major one because they are running the show in that city largely for Fox executives to get a major Fox show in Fox's home base. Lesnar is obviously one of the key people they are interested in, and it'll likely be the start to build Lesnar for the Rumble show. Lesnar's return being forced by Fox executives may be a good sign, as it means the network has started to take more notice of the WWE product. With Fox keeping an eye out, WWE will be forced to put its best foot forward for its product, something that has been missing in recent weeks. Lance Archer was present backstage at AEW Full Gear, but was not seen in the show itself. As it turns out, he is going through a rehab phase for injury. After his match against Eddie Kingston, Archer injured himself by landing on his head from a moonsault. He was rolled up for a pin to win that match. His absence from the pay-per-view indicates his injury is serious, though he's not the only star to suffer an injury recently, as Meltzer reported that Kenny Omega, who has been dealing with a torn labrum, has badly damaged his shoulders. I don't know if he doesn't have any strength in his shoulders, but he can't lift heavy weights with them. The last time we were talking about it, he said he was able to lift the bar. He's told me I can work a match without my shoulders. One rumor started by Cody recently was that he was never going to turn heel in AEW. Cody has become the most hated part of AEW shows. His match at Full Gear was bashed by all, and it was said it didn't even need to be on the card. Cody has shown an immense amount of pride in the way his character is booked, with him, one of the executive VPs, somehow always being portrayed as an underdog. While he has stuck to his promise of not going near the world title, Cody is an issue that needs solving, and turning him heel would do that. Fans would be free to boo him, and he would not even need to change his character that much. However, Rhodes does not see it that way. If this continues, he could even be one of the reasons that fans start to turn on AEW in the future. The salaries of WWE stars are kept on the down low. However, in almost every other professional sport, salaries are openly discussed and are easily accessible. What we do know is WWE pays each wrestler a baseline income or downside guarantee, though additional payouts on high-selling events or merchandise sales have been hit by the pandemic. WWE has been releasing stars left, right, and center in the name of budget cuts. While it hasn't always been like this, the current scenario begs the question of whether the company is trying to inflate their profits so they can sell. President Nick Khan has said the company isn't planning to sell anytime soon, but he did hint at being open to offers. WWE's profits have been increasing with a revenue of $255.8 million, a 15% increase in this quarter. There have been rumors regarding Vince McMahon's thoughts on the matter. Apparently, he believes the stars are being overpaid despite the fact that only 8% of the company's revenue is going to them. According to reports, Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns are only two WWE stars that are believed to be earning $5 million a year. Triple H, who could take over the company after Vince retires, netted $1.6 million alone for just a few events from last year, including a WrestleMania 35 match with Batista and the Saudi Arabia clash with Randy Orton. We hope this is not what Vince really thinks about paying his stars, but if it is, then it just goes to show how WWE views their talent as replaceable. There have been rumors AEW stars Malachi Black and Eddie Kingston were injured at Full Gear. Both were set to attend the Big Event convention in New York City the next morning, but they missed it because of injuries they sustained. Right now, no one is sure what exactly the injuries are. Kingston was up against CM Punk, with whom he shared a rivalry. It was on AEW Dynamite that Punk put out a fiery promo on Kingston, where he challenged him to a face-to-face confrontation on the November 5th episode of Rampage. They then had a match at Full Gear. This was quite a contest where Kingston busted Punk's head open. Nonetheless, Punk remained undefeated and put away Kingston with a GTS. It's safe to say the rivalry is still on despite Punk trying to show his respect. Malachi Black has been in an on and off feud with Cody Rhodes. That feud fed into Pac and Andrade's ongoing rivalry, leading to two interesting tag teams. Which team would be able to coexist better and take home the win? Despite some difficulties, Pac and Cody came out on top. While Kingston and Black performed in high-profile bouts, they both came up short. However, both matches were brilliant in terms of in-ring quality and storytelling. Following these devastating matches on Full Gear, both have been taken out from their appearances at the Big Event convention. We've heard the rumors regarding the confrontation between WWE's top women's champions Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. WWE decided to acknowledge it indirectly on SmackDown, and they will face each other at Survivor Series. Maybe this is just a tactic to build hype for the bout. Speculating who is going to be chosen as the victor has become a thing because it speaks volumes on the superstars standing in the company. The women's champion versus champion match is going to be heavily inspected by fans. Most will end up being disappointed with the finish, as there are apparently plans for a screw job. It was on October 2nd for SmackDown that WWE's annual draft became official. Charlotte had gone to Raw and Becky to SmackDown. The two had some on-screen dramatics as Charlotte threw her title to the ground just so she didn't have to hand it over to Becky. For two people who were friends before, it has been interesting for fans to witness this feud. Clearly, WWE is going to make the best of this and try to take advantage of the real heat between them. Maybe WWE is trying to convince us that everything is a result of a storyline. There will obviously be a controversial ending to their match. We can only hope that the finish is good, or else it's going to be just another sad finish to a top women's match in one of the big 4 pay-per-views. And these were 5 WWE and AEW rumors we hope are true and 5 we hope are not. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.